Countless monsters suddenly gathered at the mountaintop, instantly surrounding us. But the only iron door to the shelter had been shut by someone, and no matter how hard we pounded on it, the people inside showed no response. At that moment, the hungry monsters surged down the mountainside like a tidal wave. If the door didn't open soon, we would all become food for the monsters. Seeing the horde about to charge down, I had no choice but to grab an iron bar and prepare for a desperate fight to the death. But unexpectedly, at this critical moment, the door suddenly opened.
It's open! Come on!
Go!
We immediately fled into the shelter, and just as we closed the door, frenzied pounding sounds came from outside. Unfortunately, our path to escape had only just begun, because terrifying monsters like these had already taken over the entire world. These monsters didn't appear out of nowhere. Humans had dug them up from 10,000 meters beneath the Earth's surface. The depths of the drilling site seemed to have opened the gates of hell, continuously sending forth unknown creatures of various forms to the outside world. They rapidly spread, scattering across the globe. In an instant, they surrounded the city skies in dark, dense clouds. As if responding to some invisible summons, they suddenly launched vicious attacks on the unprepared human population. These monsters not only soared through the skies, but also rampaged across the land at high speed, frantically tearing apart anyone they saw. In less than 15 hours, the monsters had spread throughout the world. The surviving humans united in a counterattack. Long-range missiles were fired in succession, launching intensive bombardments. Aircraft carrier fleets collectively left port to fight back. Nuclear warheads were all unsealed, precisely targeting the monsters. Yet the number of monsters continued to grow endlessly. There was no way to eliminate them all. Humanity had exhausted every effort, but still couldn't resist this catastrophe. All cities were reduced to ruins, and over 1 billion people became food for the monsters. We thought this disaster would be humanity's doomsday, but unexpectedly, after 24 hours, the monsters suddenly retreated collectively, all drilling back underground as if they had completed some kind of mission, completely disappearing from the human world. This left humanity utterly perplexed. It turned out that on the day the drilling site incident occurred, there happened to be a total solar eclipse. These monsters could only leave hell under the protection of an eclipse, so when the eclipse receded, they would return to hell. However, peaceful days had only lasted a few days when my uncle suddenly called, telling us father and son to flee for our lives immediately. It turned out another total solar eclipse was coming. To prepare in advance, he told us to rush to his home for shelter. The news also urged everyone to make preparations for refuge ahead of time. Soon, the total solar eclipse arrived again, and the demonic legions from underground poured out frantically, quickly occupying all cities. The entire sky turned black instantly, with countless monsters appearing above the city. I prepared to immediately lead everyone out of the city, as I knew a shortcut. When I wanted to drive myself, I met with strong opposition from my friend. While we were arguing, suddenly a monster swooped down and snatched him away. At that moment, the monsters had launched a full-scale attack. More and more people were being grabbed, becoming food for the monsters. I hurriedly fled this dangerous place with my wife, but the entire road was completely blocked. I could only travel along the riverway, but strangely, the pursuing monsters behind us suddenly stopped, as if there was something even more terrifying ahead.